No matter which payment processor you use for your Hong Kong business, chances are that you're losing thousands of euros every single month. Payment processing challenges are crushing Hong Kong's businesses right now, and many face reconciliation delays and insane settlement times, especially in their early stages. But 3 payment solutions are actually working for Hong Kong businesses right now. Not theoretical options, real solutions. Processing millions in transactions, you choose wrong? Well, you're gonna face brutal 45-day maybe account freezes, insane 6% transaction fees, or straight up service rejection. So don't make these expensive mistakes that'll absolutely wreck your business. So, short introduction, my name is Arturo from Emifast, and we help entrepreneurs keep more of what they earn, and visit our website at emifast.com to learn how. In today's video, you and me are going to talk about how you can save up 4% in transaction fees, dodge the 45-day account freeze that wiped up my clients' Christmas sales, and the 3 setup mistakes that can delay your business by 6 to 12 months. We are also going to talk about real numbers, so let's start with that. Airwallex charges just 0.4 to 0.8% on international transfers, and PayPal, that's 2.9 to 4.4%, plus fixed fees. And Shopify payments take 2.4 to 2.9%, but gives you a full e-com system in return. And I'll also go through how one of our clients' businesses was frozen for 2 months, thanks to a banking integration nightmare. And another lost access to the entire EU market because of hidden geographic restrictions. And one mistake with compliance, well, that triggered a brutal 25,000 euro penalty. And these aren't maybe problems, they are real. And they are literally happening fast if you're not prepared. So if you're processing under 50,000 euros a year, listen closely to the end of this video because you might be overpaying by as much as 300% without even literally realizing it. Yeah, you heard that right, 300%. So let's start with why Hong Kong specifically. Well, it's become the go-to jurisdiction for e-commerce businesses and international entrepreneurs. And the reason is quite simple though. Hong Kong only taxes income that generates within Hong Kong itself. So if you're running an online business serving customers globally, that offshore income could potentially be completely tax-free, 0%. So that is why we see so many successful e-commerce companies incorporating in Hong Kong. We also have a lot of demand for opening Hong Kong companies. And they are processing millions in international sales while paying virtually no corporate tax on those profits. And it's legitimate. World-class financial center with one of the most business-friendly tax systems on the planet. But getting those benefits means nothing if you can't actually collect payments from your customers. And that's exactly where most businesses stumble, unfortunately. But we're gonna do something about this here. Let me show you the 3 payment disasters I see every month, because I generally don't want your business to be the next casualty. So my client was processing 200,000 euros monthly through a payment processor. And 3 days before Christmas, like I said, their biggest sales period, account frozen. 45-day investigation, and they lost their entire holiday season. And you don't want to be that business owner, by the way, watching your peak sales literally absolutely vanish in Q4. So another client's payment processor suddenly stopped accepting EU payments. No warning, no explanation, just stopped. They lost 60% of their customer base overnight because Europeans couldn't pay them. And your payment processor can literally cut off entire continents and destroy your business immediately. A client thought that they were compliant, but their payment processor reported them for suspiciously activity, 25,000 euros penalty from financial authorities over there. And the payment processor was wrong, but the damage was obviously done. So you don't want to be that entrepreneur explaining compliance failures to regulators while your business is burning now. These disasters happen weekly or maybe daily because most advisors don't warn you about the real risk that'll hit you. Now, let me show you the first solution that's actually working, Airwallex. But pay attention to who this is really for, because I see too many businesses choosing this completely wrong. So, international transfer costs 0.4 to 0.8%. Local payments are often free, and currency exchange rates are typically between 0.3 to 0.6%. Above mid-market though. You get local bank details in more than 11 countries, and your US customers pay to what looks like a US bank account. Europeans pay via SEPA to a EU account. But everything flows to your Hong Kong company, so it's literally actually brilliant how they're doing it. E-commerce companies selling 500k euros annually across Europe, US, and Asia. Well, before Airwallex, getting destroyed at 4% transaction fees, 3-5-day settlements, but now, after this, chilling at 0.8% average fees, same-day settlements in most markets, and that is literally 16,000 euros saved annually. Setup takes 7 to 14 days if your documentation is perfect, and they'll want to see 6 months of bank statements, business registration, proof of address, and detailed business model explanation. You don't want to be that applicant, by the way, who gets rejected for incomplete documentation. Who this is actually for? B2B companies processing more than 100,000 euros annually. E-commerce with international sales, or any business tired of losing money to insane foreign exchange fees. Now, let me talk about PayPal, and listen carefully because it might save you from a costly mistake. Domestic transactions, 2.9% plus 13 cents USD. International, 4.4% plus a fixed fee. Cross-border, up to 5% total. And if you're processing 100k euros annually, that is 3 to 5k euros in fees. Ouch. But customers' trust matters. 73% of online buyers prefer PayPal for purchases under 200 euros. And your conversion rates can increase 15 to 20% just by offering PayPal checkouts. So that is real money. And consulting businesses serving global clients, average invoice 3,000 euros, PayPal costs then 4% per transaction, but their payment collecting time dropped from 45 days to 5 days. So cash flow improvement was worth the higher fees, I guess. Also, PayPal can hold more than 20% of your funds for up to 180 days, especially for new accounts. And one client had literally 50k euros frozen for 90 days during their busiest season. And that is absolutely brutal, if you ask me. Best for service businesses, B2C companies with transaction values under 1,000 euros, or businesses where customers' convenience outweighs cost optimization. Setup takes 2 to 5 business days with proper Hong Kong company documentation. So you don't want to be that business waiting weeks because you submitted incomplete paperwork. If you're selling products online, for example, pay attention to this combination, but only if it actually fits your business model, obviously. Shopify, $30 to $300 monthly subscription, transaction fees 2.4 to 2.9 for credit cards. International cards add 1.5%. High volume businesses can negotiate lower rates, by the way, so you can try that. Stripe doesn't directly support Hong Kong's businesses for many services, but throughout Shopify payments powered by Stripe, you access Stripe's global infrastructure plus Shopify's e-commerce ecosystem. So a pretty smart workaround. Fashion brands selling internationally before using PayPal, losing 15% of customers at checkout due to friction, of course, like I said. But after now, Shopify plus Stripe accepting payments in more than 135 countries, conversion rate literally increased 23%, so that is massive. So you get inventory management, customer service, marketing tools, analytics, tax calculation for international sales, all integrated. So you're not just getting payment processing now, you're getting a complete business platform. And if you are processing under 20,000 euros monthly, the subscription cost might outweigh benefits. And above 50k euros monthly, the integrated ecosystem typically justifies the cost. So this is perfect for product-based businesses, companies planning international expansion, or entrepreneurs who want an all-in-one solution instead of managing multiple platforms like maniac. Now, how to choose without making expensive mistakes? Well, based on your specific situation, choose Airwallex if, for example, if you're processing more than 100k euros annually and more than 50% of revenue comes from international clients, or you're losing more than 2% to foreign exchange fees. The cost savings typically justify completely above these thresholds. But choose PayPal if you're service-based, transaction values under 1,000 euros, customer convenience is more important than cost optimization, in my opinion. So you're just starting and need something immediately. That's PayPal. And the last one, Shopify plus Stripe. This is interesting if you're selling products, planning international expansion, processing more than 20,000 euros monthly, or you want a complete business platform instead of just a payment processing, for example. So the expensive mistake I see weekly is that choosing based on features instead of your actual business model. A client spent 6 months setting up Airwallex for a local service business, completely unnecessary complexity that drove him literally crazy. Pro tip from Emifast, you don't need just one solution. Many successful businesses use PayPal for small transactions and Airwallex for large ones, or Shopify for e-commerce and PayPal for service invoicing. Mix and match based on what actually works for you and your company. So before you choose any solution, let me give you the implementation reality check that could save you months of delays. Documentation preparation. All platforms require Hong Kong business registration, bank statements, more than 6 months, proof of business address, and detailed business model explanations. Have these really in English, please, ready and properly certified. Don't wing it. For the testing phase, set up test transactions from different countries, for example, try various payment methods, check customer experience from mobile devices, for example, and a good example, one client discovered their payment flow was completely broken on mobile, and after launching to customers, that is literally embarrassing. So, compliance requirements, also important. Understand your reporting obligations in each market you serve. Payment processors will report to tax authorities. You don't want to be that business discovering compliance gaps during an audit. That's literally a nightmare territory. Backup planning. Payment processing can change policies overnight. Have alternative solutions ready. One client's primarily processor. Payment processors can change policies overnight. Have alternative solutions, please, ready. A client's primary processor changed their Hong Kong's policy with 30 days notice. Literally chaos. Look, payment processing can make or break your Hong Kong business, and the right solution turns customer payments into predictable cash flow, and the wrong one creates expensive headaches that'll keep you up all night. Each solution, Airwallex, PayPal, and Shopify plus Stripe, for example, has helped our clients build successful international business from Hong Kong, but only when matched with the right business model. So if you're setting up a Hong Kong company and want guidance, for example, on payment solution that fit your specific business, we are here to help you avoid expensive mistakes. So hit up emifast.com. We will analyze your business model and recommend payment solutions that actually make sense for your situation, not just the latest trendy option that sounds cool. Drop a comment below here about what payment challenges you might face right now or in the past with your Hong Kong business. I read every single comment and often turn the best questions into future videos like these because I genuinely want to help you succeed as an entrepreneur. If this makes sense, hit that subscribe. We break this down weekly. Thank you for watching, and remember, the right payment solution is the one with the most features, and it's the one that fits your business model and keeps your cash flow healthy. Stay smart, and I'll see you in the next video.